My name is Gaston Joris. I'm one of the owners of Casanova Restaurant. We've been here for 30 years now and happy to be in this beautiful town of Carmel. When we bought the property of Casanova and started building it, it was a magic year. Not only were we starting a new business, but our first son was born. His name is Gabriel, he's known as Gabe. And as we were building the restaurant, we decided to put his hand and foot of a 6-month-old baby in one of the walls of the restaurant.
Yeah, the footprint in the wall, the foot and handprint are mine. I jokingly say that's how they roped me into the restaurant business, but really it's I chose to do it. You know, thinking of my father retiring is a really strange thought to me, because he comes from a family and from a mindset that work is a pleasure, that the business is something he likes to do.
Casanova is such a personal representation of our family's energy, and it is essentially a restaurant that was created on the basis of quality food but a casual ambiance, fun, romantic. I hope it stays in the family a long time without in any way imposing that scenario on any one of our children. But it would be hard to come back here and see it turned into something that would be very different from what it is now. When I think of retirement, I see a transition rather than a break. I see a phasing out, letting go of some responsibilities associated with the restaurant, and more free time for my other interests. The partnership that we had at first evolved into an LLC. The LLC seems to be a way, first of all, to limit liability. It also seems to be a way for the members of the LLC to be able to come in and out. And just as much as we build in the flexibility of the current owners and partners to be able to exit or come in or part-time or work more or less, we certainly wanted to carry that philosophy to our children.
And my family has always been very encouraging when it comes to following your dreams, your passions, and keeping all of the possibilities open and alive. And they've been very conscious not to impose anything or say, this is what's expected, but rather be encouraging of wherever we've wanted to go. I don't feel any obligation, certainly not to be in the restaurant business or running this restaurant. I know that my dad and my uncle could easily go back to running it. They enjoy it.
Being at Casanova is more than running a business. And I can actually come to this restaurant with a friend, my wife, and I've learned over the years, I can come in and enjoy a meal as if I was in another fine restaurant. I don't see the workings of the restaurant.
I don't think he would be bored because he has so many different interests, but at the same time I think he'll have a hard time not always having his hand a little bit in things, just to keep his finger on the pulse and feel that energy.
The thing that is important as we grow older is to be of assistance where we're needed and where we have fun, but not to be in the way of the next generation into how they see things.
I've kind of grown up in the restaurant business here, helping on and off for a long time since I was a little kid, and I've done all kinds of jobs here and found myself now running this restaurant along with my dad and my uncle.
Since Gabriel has come in, there's been a lot of change. The core of the business is the same. The way we deal with people is the same. But the underpinnings of it have been modernized by Gabriel.
I've been able to make my mark in the restaurant through a number of different little things, and of course it's neat because my dad and my uncle are very aware that, or very willing to constantly reinvent themselves, and that makes it easier being the next generation to come in with new ideas and not just automatically get shut down, but to be encouraged to explore those different ideas.
He's developed spreadsheets, he's helped our accountant develop new systems of the P&L. He's put in the point of sales and the monitoring system and the tracking of numbers. He's brought in, you know, the computer and what it brings rather than the paper and pencil that we used to use.
Part of it is they've given me the opportunity so that I can learn what it is that I'm doing here, and I'm thankful for that.
The deepest hope for me is to make sure that our children do what they want to do, have fun, succeed at it, and do it with abandon and passion, and enjoy life.
I'm really excited about my children being able to grow up in an environment like that, because the food and wine business is not just a business, it's really a lifestyle, and it very much involves the family. A lot of what we do involves sitting around the table and talking and eating and drinking and having that interaction, and that's been a really good part of my growing up, and so yeah, I hope to be able to share that as well.